Hey everybody, hope we're all doing well. Nice to have you here. I don't know why I'm looking at that screen. It's that screen that I want. Chat is just to my right here, so if I dart that way, that's just so I can keep tabs on you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for dropping by. Pretty big day today for Halo Flashpoint, apparently. We have some potentially big reveals. We know some of what's coming. I have seen the thumbnail for their trailer. Honestly, this is feeling pretty epic. The more I've been thinking about it, I've done a couple of Halo videos about these reveals. You hopefully have seen my hour-long brainstorming session, I guess, on who we might be getting. Turns out I was a little bit wrong on some of them. I've read the video description for the trailer that we'll be getting soon. And yeah, I'm surprised. In a good way. Don't want to give too much away for the people who haven't seen. We are going to watch the trailer when it drops around 3 PM. We'll watch that together and then we'll talk about it and dive into more details as Mantic give us them. But it feels good to be talking about Halo again. Certainly Halo Flashpoint. If you guys follow my channel, hopefully you do. If not, like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things. But I think that Mantic get Halo. And this is the shot in the arm that, for me, as someone who enjoys tabletop wargaming and that side of the hobby on the whole, I've always wanted a Halo game. Mantic get it. They're making incredible products and they're diving into the lore that makes this franchise incredible. For me, one of my top 2, maybe 3 franchises. I just can't believe that we have it. It's so good. I'm excited to see what's coming. I'm intrigued to know what this new way of getting new players in is going to be. Hopefully more detachments and things, because the detachments is a pretty smart way of getting people in and ready to play the game. But who am I kidding? I just want to see the Grunts. I want an army of Grunts, and I want them now. Hopefully the wait isn't too long. But just to recap, we have Spartan Killers, which is going to be another Mastercraft resin set, much like Noble Team. And then we have Marines, Grunts, and Jackals all dropping soon. I'm expecting probably 8 weeks or so. I don't know how long. Don't know timescales or anything. I haven't seen any miniatures outside of what's on the Mantic trailer thumbnail. But this is just... it feels like a big step forward for the game. A game that, as Halo Flashpoint fans will tell you, is fantastic. But I've always wanted it to be a little bigger. I don't think we're there yet. Just to be clear, I don't think we're getting Warthogs. I don't think we're getting vehicles. I don't think we're getting a full... still skirmish, but full wargame, army-style depiction of Halo yet. I'm not saying it won't come. I hope that it does. But at the minute, still going to be isolated to foot soldiers. We're still missing what I would say is one key unit. Heroes and things is a whole separate conversation, and we may touch on that later on in the stream. But I'm feeling good. I'm excited. We're getting new Flashpoint reveals. I've had super fun editing a video that will be dropping later on tonight. It's not Halo, but it's something new. I'm just having a good day, guys. Let me know how you guys are feeling. And what are you looking forward to? I'm just going to go and shut the door so I'm not disturbed while I'm streaming. You can probably hear the creak of the floorboards in this old house. But yeah, what are we thinking? What are we feeling? Come at me with your, I guess, wish list of what you would like to see on top of what we already know. I think that's an interesting way to start. In fact, shall we also, we're about 19 minutes away, shall we just recap what was said in the last article? I know something from the video description, and I don't want to say it because I don't want to take away the surprise. I have some props for later. But how about we take a look at, which button will it be? Probably this one. Yeah, that looks like the one. So this is the last article that we got from Dan on the 29th, just priming us for today's reveals. Obviously, Army Painter have done an incredible job, as you would expect, putting some paint on Noble Team. These miniatures are just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And this is what I mean about Mantic Get Halo. Within the first 18 months of this game coming to life and releases that we've had, we got Noble Team. Community favourites or what? Pushed through, and yeah, incredible to see. But what we're going to be talking about today is exciting wave that will be revealed and going up for pre-order today. Spartan Killers special issue blurred out there. We've touched on those guys in a previous video, but also this classified by Oni image here, which is obviously a Marine, a Grunt, and a Jackal. Now, how are they going to be incorporated into the game? Rules-wise, what are they going to do? You kind of, in the nicest possible way, and I love Grunt, but in the nicest possible way, Grunts kind of have to be useless. Not running away, although they do run away, so maybe running away. How are they going to bring Grunts in? Oh, this is going to be so cool. So cool. So, obviously, just to set expectations, hopefully everybody here and everybody that watches this, because this stream will stay up, hopefully everybody loves Halo, understands what Halo currently is as a property, and fingers crossed, but we don't know, but we're in a bit of a dark age for the video game side of the franchise. Halo Infinite took us back to the beloved art style of the Bungie era. What we're getting is still Halo Infinite. We have UNSC and Banished, but the Banished is very interchangeable with the Covenant, in all honesty. Hey Peggle, how are we doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Your LGS has not gotten the latest release. That's not good. Talking about dropping Mantic, so much trouble over the last few years. Online pre-orders getting it over a month before gaming stores. That, I mean, whereabouts are you in the world? I believe you're in the US. I mean, that sounds like distribution issues, but very odd. I don't know who you talk to. I haven't got any contacts. It's not good. Taking a break at work. Nice. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, US. Okay, cool. That doesn't sound great. And I have heard of other LGS having issues. One in the UK having issues. Not necessarily with the Halo stuff, but just not wanting to kind of stock a massive range of the Mantic stuff, which is a shame for me, personally. But that's not great. And I don't know how shipping and things is playing into that, tariffs and stuff. All of this sadly needs to be taken into account, but it's quite a delay, especially when you're waiting for the new exciting thing. Yeah, sad to hear. And the knock-on effect of things like that is that the community suffers and people sadly look to other games. Oh, you think it's more a breakdown in communication with a rep? Okay. Fair enough. I mean, still not great to hear. But yeah, never good. We're trying to, obviously, as they say in here, new players and a bright future. There's a big focus on welcoming lots of new players. Part of welcoming lots of new players, unfortunately, is getting the stock out to places that it can go on a shelf and people can see it, catch their eye, and they'll think, yeah, I like Halo, I'm going to paint up some stuff. So there's obviously an issue somewhere, and hopefully it gets addressed soon, because it's always sad to hear stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, if I knew people I could point you towards, but unfortunately I don't have any contacts. But you are keeping to build a community, having a lot of fun with the new banished detachments in the ODST. The detachments are pretty good. They're a nice way of building, aren't they? And the banished, so we've got brutes and we've got ODSTs. I'm hoping the next one or two, I'll take more, but I'm hoping the next few are going to be teased today. Warrior with frag damage, yeah. I mean, I'm a sucker for the ODSTs. I always have been. I've always loved them. The fact that we've got ODSTs within the first 18 months of Flashpoint is incredible as well. And we're looking at more with the Marines. I'm a real fan of this game. You probably know. I know that you jump in the comments quite a bit. But I'm a sucker for this. This Halo is like... It just makes me smile when I see good Halo stuff. So... whatever they do, I'm probably going to enjoy. And yeah, I really need to crack on and get the rest of the ODSTs painted, because half of them, if not more than half of them, are in the box behind me, in all honesty, which isn't great. But yeah, it's a fun game. It's got a great backbone now. There's a good range of miniatures. There's most of the iconic stuff. And I think that that's why this big focus on welcoming new players, this is going to really show what's happening with it. Because a bright future, great, it's music to my ears, but we also need to see it followed through. And I have faith in Mantic that they will. But I also don't know the wider areas of their operatings and how other countries and things deal with them, so... Do you think Grunts will be a multi-activation, though? Because I think that they kind of have to be. I don't know how you could do Grunts without it. And maybe when they go down to one wound, they pop the plasma grenades and run at you, or they run off screaming. Maybe on a dice roll or something, just to add an extra fun mechanic. I'm so excited to see how they do Grunts. Jackals, they're going to be a problem with needle rifles and stuff like that, but ultimately they're just going to be some sort of bog standard warrior with some sort of shield token, like a fear mechanic. I mean, how much do we want to see changed in the game, though? Because I think the core cards that we get in the kits and things, mind you, you could write it in so that as they lose wounds, the fear mechanic kicks in, instead of it being something that's generated by other characters. It's something that, as they lose... Oh, yeah, I quite like that idea. And it fits. I think this is also going to be a point where we see a little bit of play in where they want to take units. Because if Grunts are a single activation, how is that going to work? I hope that they're not. I hope that you have 2 to a base and they're just stupid, cheap. Put whatever weapons you want on them, but they're still dirt cheap. You could have hundreds of them on the table. It's not really feasible for cost and things, but... I mean, Grunts just are Halo, right? Who doesn't love running around the corner as Chief, bumping into a grunt and watching it scream and run at its friends? Oh, just so much. And I think this is where the disconnect is for me and potentially a lot of people out there, because I'm well versed in the video games. I love the Bungie era stuff. I've played all of them quite a bit, except Infinite. I've only played Infinite once. But I envision my Spartans moving like they do in the video game, in the the multiplayer arenas and things, on the tabletop. I can see it. It's odd. It's odd how I have this cinematic eye with Halo when I'm playing, but other stuff I don't really get it. Maybe I'm just weird. It's always possible. You think that if they're single models, they'll be way too cheap? I don't know how you'd balance the cost of them if they're single models. Especially with them being able to take some pretty beefy guns. I mean, as standard, they'd run around with plasma pistols, needlers. They'd have to have grenades. Fuel rod cannons. I suppose that's maybe it. That's maybe how I'd do them. You'd have a basic plasma pistol grunt on a base with a fuel rod cannon grunt. Or, I mean, what else do they have? I mean, they have all sorts by this point, don't they? Fuel rod would be amazing. Yeah. It has to happen, right? We have to have a fuel rod grunt. It's another... Grunts are iconic. Grunts with plasma pistols is iconic. And grunts with fuel rod cannons is just as iconic, I think. Oh, maybe with hazardous? Yeah. Yeah, because there'd have to be a downside for doing it and taking them, wouldn't there? I see. We're creating our dream grunt lists. Hopefully, very soon, most will be revealed. I don't think we're going to get necessarily all the rules and things. I do know that we're going to get something with grunts. How interested are we in Spartan Killers, chat? Do we know who the Spartan Killers are? How well versed in the lore of Halo beyond the games is anybody watching this? Because for me, that's the big draw. I mean, I can't show you them yet because that's a spoiler. I'm fairly well versed. Not for the recent stuff, I'm way out of date, and I'll touch on that. But the Spartan Killers, they are in Halo Infinite, so I'm not surprised that we're getting them. This is all focusing on the battle for Zeta Halo. Battle that is still going on. A battle that, in my mind, hasn't... Well, it doesn't really start, does it? It just ends and then you're in the aftermath. But does this mean that we're going to get some sort of narrative play or a community campaign where you decide... Can you decide? Would Microsoft let them decide the future of Zeta Halo? I don't know. You think we're getting a cinematic and some info? I don't know how much we'll get. Because with the ODSTs, didn't we get a... Wow, what dropped with the ODSTs? Did we get some rules teasers, or was that in previews afterwards? I know that we got a lot of ODSTs around when they went up for pre-order, and then it went very quiet when they shipped. So, wave-wise, and I've covered it in a previous video, hopefully you guys have seen it. If not, it's on the channel under the Halo Flashpoint playlist. I don't think this wave we're going to be getting new cardboard terrain. I don't think we're going to be getting a big faction box like Feet First into Hell. I don't see it. I think it would be cool, but I don't necessarily think that we're going to be getting a lot more of those from previous comments that I've seen from Mantic on podcasts and live streams and things that they've done. Bagel, thank you very much for dropping in. Hopefully you can catch the rest of this once you get another break from work. But I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you soon, hopefully. No, thanks for dropping in. So I don't think we're going to get new card terrain. I think that there might be some sort of Zeta Halo scenery set, so the plastic scenery. I don't know what it could be, because we kind of have banished crates, we have UNSC crates, we have ODST drop pods and turrets. If we're going Zeta Halo, if we really are going to be focusing in on the Halo Infinite stuff, which is where Halo is ultimately going to be going in the future with the video games, I know we've got a step back in time with Campaign Evolved coming out later this year. I think that that's a whole other conversation and a whole other tie-in potentially in November. Hopefully there'll be something Flashpoint plus Campaign Evolved 25th anniversary of Halo kind of event. I think that would be really cool. New Master Chief in the Mark V. Who knows? But I think we really need, not that the current battle zones and terrain sets are not enough, because we have 4 very nice terrain sets. 4? 3? 3 very nice terrain sets. I want to see some Forerunner stuff. And if we're going to be on a Halo ring, it's littered with Forerunner stuff, right? I don't know. I'm just excited. And I can't wait to see more. I can't wait to see what's going on. I've been looking forward to this since last week. Yeah, I just... I don't know. I can't tell you how excited I am. It feels really silly for a 38-year-old man to be getting excited about little plastic toys. I am so excited. I'm so excited about Halo Flashpoint. I'm so excited about Mandalorians coming to Star Wars Legion. I've basically forgotten about Warhammer 40k 11th edition. Not in a bad way, because we have exciting stuff. The hobby is growing to such a beautiful degree that there is so much for people to look at and enjoy. It's massively encompassing. It's still a niche, but it's a bigger niche than it used to be. And I'm not saying, I'm not dissing or anything with Games Workshop or any of the games companies, but the franchise that I love the most, that has a board game, a war game, whatever, is Halo. I love this stuff. I love doing these streams for you guys. Hopefully we're going to get something really cool. Either way, I'm going to think it's great. We'll see. Hopefully we will see very soon. I'm enjoying this. I'm really enjoying this. I love talking about Flashpoint. We haven't talked about it enough. And it is something in the future that we'll be talking about more. While I'm just filling time, I guess the last thing that I'll say is the channel is sort of changing a little bit. I'm still figuring out in my head. Memberships are currently live, but I'm still putting the finishing touches to all of the stuff that you'd get with memberships and things. So don't necessarily go and get a membership. I mean, if you want to support the channel, amazing. But at the minute, they're not finished. It is what you'll get, but I'm still finishing off the Discord and sorting all these bits out. But I do want to start pulling the community together more, doing more live streams and doing more things like this, and talking about Flashpoint and other games that I love and enjoy. And battle reports are still coming, but with enough of the self-promotion, the shameless self-promotion, enough of the teases, how about we jump over to what is a little spoiler for what we're going to see, but jump over to Mantic's YouTube page. Very soon, we will see more. Well, they've gone. So I guess we didn't get to see much. Oh, 1 second, let me just sort my audio in the back end. Well, I will be deaf soon. Let me know how the audio is for you guys. I know that this stuff is usually quite loud. Hopefully you can still hear me if you want to. That's new wording, the official Halo Miniatures game. I mean, it is. It has been since its release. It's all done with Microsoft's blessing. I'm getting chills. Alright. Okay. I might even cry. So this is Halo Flashpoint Wave 6 reveal. Okay, new Sangheili. Oh yes, Marine's looking pretty good. Oh, the Ungoi. Only 4. You can throw Ungoi! Hopefully. Horvath is coming. Oh, he looks pretty good. My nemesis, Sniper Jackals. Interesting. I've royally cocked this up. Right, so let's go back and do this properly, because I didn't go full screen. I got too excited. Come and watch my streams where an absolute amateur messes everything up. It wasn't a long trailer, was it? Right, okay, let's look at it properly, because there was a lot going on in there. That was awful. Pretend that never happened. Okay, so, new Sangheili, pretty cool. Nice looking pose. The Marines are looking good. I mean, that rocket launcher's gorgeous. Battle rifles, everything. Oh. Is there a medic in there? Spartan Horvath we'll touch on. I mean, the miniatures look pretty good. And then the Spartan Killers at the end. Alright, so let's actually, before we jump over to... So, join the battle for Zeta Halo. We still don't know what that means yet, but hopefully there's an article that's going to tell us. We have 2 new reinforcement packs, I guess. I believe that these are plastic miniatures. Again, to be confirmed, we'll find out. We have UNSC Marines with Spartan Horvath, who is, I brought props, featured in these books. He's a character, well, he's a Spartan 4 during Halo Infinite time frame, post-Covenant, all that stuff. I haven't finished Rubicon Protocol, and I haven't read Edge of Dawn yet. That's how lacking I've been on the Halo stuff. But it seems like he is a growing character in the lore, bearing in mind that most of the UNSC characters at the time of Halo Infinite are MIA. It also looks like we have basically a mirror match of Grunts, Jackals, and a Sangheili enforcer in there. So Sangheili with a different weapon. Very reminiscent of how Grunts and Jackals operate within the video game. They have an elite or something with them. Sometimes more, but there's usually some sort of leader unit. Okay, my brain is just blown. So is this a unit plus a leader as a fully fledged detachment? Or are we seeing, or is this both? Are we seeing the start of this ramping up to be a bigger battle game than just a small skirmish, 200 points, 400 points? Oh, so many questions. But a good variety of weapons on the Marines. It does look like a medic there. Sniper, rocket launcher, a couple of Covenant weapons as well, which is cool. And then obviously Jackal snipers, which are going to be horrible. Hopefully they're horrible. We have all played Halo 3 on Legendary, right? And Halo 2 they were pretty bad. Then the shields and the needlers and grunts with a mix of weapons. Yeah, okay, so let's jump over to... This is so cool. This is so cool. We have 2 articles. The game you love just got better, and then join the battle. I feel like this is the place to start, right? So this one coming from Ronnie. Hey Ronnie, hope you're doing well. Rulebook coming. It's being billed as 1.5. And balance update. All right, okay. So, lots to cover then. So, Halo Flashpoint, the game you love, just better. Over the last 18 months, Halo Flashpoint has grown into one of the fastest growing and most approachable skirmish games out there. That's a shot of Ronnie with some of the American players doing a little tournament. Sounds like they had a great time. Shout out to those guys. It's always nice to see the community in this stuff. But with the upcoming release of the Grunts, Jackals, and UNSC Marines, we thought it would be the perfect time to take a look at all we've learned and put it together in one shiny new book. Oh, and we've future-proofed it too. Okay, what does future-proofing mean? And what does that logo mean? Oh, my PC's stuttering. That says 15, not 25. I wondered if it was like a 25th anniversary thing. Okay, so what is Halo Flashpoint 1.5? Halo Flashpoint 1.5. Does that say 1.5, do we think? It will be a compendium of all the core rules and keywords created since the initial launch, plus things tidied up in FAQs, alongside a future-proofed balance update, all pulled together in one book. Interesting. It incorporates a bunch of small changes to create a more fun, fair experience for all players, novice and veteran alike, and will release in early September along the reinforcement packs. Just in time for my birthday, hey Ronnie? Thanks. So, I thought that these would be dropping in August. September's good. Grunts, man. I love Grunts. The Jackals look great, but the Grunts... yeah. So we know all that this stuff is coming September then. First, we have not changed any major rules. This is the Halo Flashpoint as... this is Halo Flashpoint as you love it. Just rebalanced, tweaked, and all the core rules pulled together in one book. So, you'll feel... no, let's read properly. And you'll feel the changes in... better balance between units, cleaner, more consistent keywords, and more viable choices when building fire teams. All of that sounds positive. We also want to make it easier to dive into. So, for the first time, we now have a rulebook pack with extra terrain and tokens. Great. Available independently outside of the big starter box. I wonder if we're going to get a new starter box then. It's ideal for rules-curious players who have a look and see why tabletop Halo is growing at such a rate. It's because it's Halo and it's awesome. That's why it's growing. Everybody should play it. As an added bonus, we're bringing the fire team construction rules from the old Wargames expansion into the main rulebook. Yes, yes, yes! Much needed. Great to hear. Removing the need to buy another pack before you start building your dream loadout. 100% love that. That is absolutely what needs to happen with this, and to no surprise they've done it. But yeah, great. Great inclusion. Always nice to hear. Getting up to date. For everyone already playing, don't worry. We've made sure you don't need to go back and start again. So in summary, keywords are all up to date and collected in the new rulebook, which also amalgamates the main rules from all the releases over the past 18 months and clarifications from FAQs and errata. These rules are also free on the Halo Index web app. I don't know why you wouldn't be using that if you're playing Halo Flashpoint. So if you need to check anything, just pop over there for a definitive answer. Most cards are unchanged and remain fully valid for play. Okay. The cards for the updated unit profiles are clearly marked. I'm guessing that's what that logo is going to be then. So you can easily see which cards are new. A full changelog and the card details will be released alongside the new rulebook online via the Halo Index web app, so definitely start using it. Which means you could simply update your cards with a pen, but there is, of course, a handy mantic solution of buying new cards. I mean, I'd pay money for new cards, even though I've already got them 2 or 3 times. I just love this game. I want to support this game every way I can. It's bad, isn't it? It's how bad they've got me. So, to get the free To get the updated cards for free, updated physical card decks are available for free with the first print run of the new game rulebook pack. Available from FLGSs and online and launching in early September. This pack also contains extra tokens, great if yours have been heavily damaged from lots of use, and some cool bonus card terrain. So the cards are going to be in the initial run of the new rulebook, and then this is the terrain and tokens and things. But that is just a one and done. So they're not going to charge you extra for this first print in the rulebook. It will just have all the cards as well. Or get the new rulebook pack and the updated cards both for free with the Zeta Halo all-in release bundle. So if you want to buy all this stuff, some of us out there might be doing that. It's all included, which is cool. Getting all the latest sets with one click and adding anything that's needed. Bear with me. I don't think that coffee's going to get drunk, you know. I've done a lot of talking today. So I'm updating anything that's needed in it for free. It's our way of saying thank you for being a Halo Flashpoint fan. I'm guessing that the updated cards will be available separately at some point for new players. Right, anyway, finally, the last 18 months have seen Halo Flashpoint evolve from a big box Spartan versus Spartan set to a rapidly growing global war game set in the Halo universe with a slick, fast rule set and a detailed range of miniatures. The Banished and Marine reinforcement sets really flesh out the first two factions from Atriox and Master Chief, right down to the support units that die bravely in their droves around them. It's sad, but it's so Halo. At the same time, we're taking the opportunity to rebalance and clarify the rules of the game to allow Halo Flashpoint to continue to grow and flourish in the years ahead. We hope you like what we have done. We would like to say a big thank you to the whole Halo Flashpoint community, rules committee, playtesters, friendly local gaming stores, everyone who has given their feedback on both new miniatures and rules updates, and of course the team at Halo Studios, who have given us a truly fantastic universe to play in and a great game to play with. Really good article. Lots going on there. Balance update FAQ. Is this a new edition? No. Just a rebalancing. Do I need to buy anything? Not if you don't want to. Everything is going to be free on the app. That's good. What about my current cards? Most cards remained unchanged. What I might do is pick up the cards and we'll just run through it, and then any change cards and things that you guys know. So expect a video in September once I've picked up my updated cards, I guess. But there will be a full change log as well, just to make it easier for you guys. Are there new product boxes? Yes, from September onwards. Okay, so that's what that is. All new products and reprints will have the 1.5 badge on the front, so you can clearly see that they will have the new cards and rules. What's happening to war games? Fighting building rules will now be part of the main rulebook for everyone rather than locked into a UNSC specific expansion. Yeah, absolutely makes sense. So the Wargames set won't be reprinted, but going forward, all miniatures from that set will continue in a new Fireteam Grizzly. Very cool. Are there any other major updates planned like this? No. We did have one when Wargames came out. That was a major update. But big question this. Are there more major updates planned like this? No. This is a single pass of card updates to refine and future-proof the game. With these updates, the new sets designed for version 1.5 from release, any future tweaks can afford to be very minor. We've accounted for the next few years' worth of planned game development in what's being updated here. Hint, hint. So we know that they've had a plan for this. I'm guessing it's all greenlit for the foreseeable. Don't want to go too much into that. The one thing I will say, we've kind of heard that before when they did the War Games update, I think. I might not be remembering it correctly, but I'm pretty sure the War Games update was, here's a load of new cards, you won't need to buy cards again. We've future-proofed it. I don't think they use the term future-proofing, but future-proofing is doing a lot of heavier lifting in this. Hopefully this is the case, and obviously rules change, things are going to change. I have no problem with that. But yeah, it's not a concern. And I expect that this will change and things will change and cards would have to be redone in the future, whatever. Interested to see how true they will hold to this. What does this mean for organised play? It's a more balanced rule set that makes for a stronger, fairer game across events that will give lots more people the opportunity to enjoy OP, which is growing rapidly across the world. It's growing. It is a huge game. There is so much excitement around it, I believe. This is good news. Obviously, for new players. Look, existing players, if you like cards, unfortunately, you may need to replace some of your cards, but everything is free on the web app. You're probably using the web app now, so everything is going to be available for free regardless. And all of these updates and things are probably already on there now anyway. This is great for onboarding. Here's a rulebook. Have a look. See what you think. You also get some terrain with it. So now you're kind of starting to get into it before you have any models. I guess we're going to be in a bit of a weird position until September, though, because you could bring people into the hobby and start playing now, and then you say, oh, hold on. Oh, you want to play this team, or you want to play this Spartan in your fire team, or this character in this team? And maybe wait a minute, because we're having a rules refresh. Yeah, interesting. I think that this still means big things are coming. I think that the growth and what you guys as the community is doing and how you're taking it and growing with it, and obviously organized play is a big part of that, but also just people wanting to roll dice on the kitchen table. This game is growing very well, and Mantic seemingly have scope to do cool things with it. And look, we've seen from the previous 18 months the kinds of releases that they do. Chief, Atriox, Banished, a lot of the UNSC stuff, it is all built around Halo Infinite, but you've got ODSTs with Buck and Dare, you've got Spartan Horvath, which we'll get into in a minute, and some really nice lore callbacks and big characters. Noble team, stunning box, incredible. The fact that in a time when Halo Studios is trying to figure out what Halo actually is and how it's going to look and rebuilding it in Unreal 5, Mantic have gone to them and said, we want to make Noble Team, and they've said yes. Bearing in mind, Bungie's nothing to do with Microsoft now. I think that shows you how powerful this community is, for community favourite characters to be coming. Really, really cool. Good update. I'm still processing it. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah. I'm a little surprised, but I am okay with it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Where are we? So this is coming from Dan, and this is all about the summer reveals. Halo Flashpoint summer reveals and pre-orders. Join the battle. We've just watched the trailer a couple of times. We'll probably watch it at the end because it's pretty cool. Welcome to the next huge chapter of skirmish wargaming in the Halo universe. Let the battle for Zeta Halo begin. Oh, they look great. Oh, they look great. Packed with some of the top Halo Flashpoint community requests like Marines, Jackals, and Grunts. Yes, at last. This wave is the best yet, with something for everyone, whichever faction you play, whether you're a veteran player or a new recruit. Check out everything that's coming, refining and expanding on the game you love. And if you're new, it's the best ever time to start. Everything showcased below is now available to pre-order and will be shipping early September. Not too long to wait. First up, UNSC Marines join the fight. The Marine Corps makes up the largest part of the UNSC's military strength on land, equipped with a broad spectrum of operations. Rocket launcher, battle rifles, sniper rifle. Yes? Assault rifle there as well. So UNSC Marines are organised into fire teams led on the ground by experienced corporals and bolstered with the skills of snipers, medics, and communication specialists. In the field, these Marine Corps units may even be accompanied by highly trained super soldiers from the Spartan program, such as Spartan Thomas Horvath, who plays a key role in the battle for Zeta Halo, which is that book. And it's true. The current Halo lore is in such a weird place that we don't actually have any big characters outside of Chief for the UNSC. Because, 343 did a thing and it in my opinion, failed. Yeah, this is really nice. They are very nice miniatures. So Spartan Horvath there. And then we have on solo bases a mixture of Marines. We've got 5, 9, 13 Marines, or 13 characters in this box. So it looks like this box, which includes Spartan Horvath. I'm just thinking if I want like 100 Marines, am I going to have 5 Spartan Horvaths or whatever? Probably am, but I guess that's not a problem. So we have how many different poses? 1 repeat, 2 repeat, 3 repeat, 4 repeat. So 4 repeat poses, and then we have sniper, medic. I'm guessing that'll be the corporal. Rocket launcher, and then Horvath. Okay, so weapon-wise, we have a bit of a mix with the assault rifle, battle rifle, the marksman, and then the pulse rifle. Pulse carbine, sorry. The fact that they have sniper rifles and rocket launchers is pretty big. Does it say? It doesn't say. I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say this is going to be the UNSC Marines detachment. So you asked, we heard, and the Marines are here with Spartan Horvath fighting alongside them. A fully plastic set, plus cards of course. This new box substantially fleshes out the available UNSC list building options alongside the Spartans ODSDs and legendary character choices released so far. So while I predict this will be a detachment, you will also be able to just mix and match and take whatever you want under the banner of the UNSC faction. I think these look great. I think this design of Marine, while it is Halo Infinite, it invokes the original trilogy. I talk about the original trilogy a lot for Halo, the OT stuff. The Bungie era. This works for both. Paint them up however you want. They're going to look amazing. I like that there's a medic. I think that's a cool inclusion. And then your special weapons and heavy weapons. This is a really nicely envisioned, and from what we can see on the picture, beautifully sculpted box of Marines. Horvath running forward is pretty good as well. He's painted beautifully. And he's got a DMR, right? I'm guessing that's a DMR. Don't actually, I think he just has a variety of weapons, doesn't he? So that's cool. Great start. And you know I'll be picking these up, so we'll be reviewing them at some point with an unboxing. The Banished retaliate. From the Sangheili to Ungoi and Kigyar, the Banished make widespread use of mercenaries and conscripts to bolster their Jiralhane forces. I can hear the grunts just chatting away, running around, having fun. I can hear them sleeping. There's something about a grunt. I don't know what it is. Inspired to battle by the fearsome Warmaster Atriox, these disparate species are forged into a hardened military machine. These mixed units are kept in line during the Battle of Zeta Hilo by the ruthless will of Sanghelian forces, enacting the strategic ambitions of their warlords through decisive and often brutal action on the ground. So this is the Banished flip side of this set. It is an unnamed elite. I mean, that's just sort of where we're at with Halo at the minute, and certainly when you think about who's on Zeta Halo. The time frame of this box, both of these boxes, to be honest, it makes me think that we are either in the 6-month period post-Infinity getting destroyed up to when Chief wakes up and arrives and Halo Infinite's campaign takes place, or we're just after that and Horvath's running around as well. Yeah, the timeline is such an interesting thing for me with Halo. But let's focus on these guys because these look great. So Grunts, mix of weapons, plasma pistols, needlers, the shock pistols, Jackals with energy shield and needler, or sniper Jackals with the beam rifles, I think. Can't remember what they're called. And then we've got a shock rifle on the Elite Enforcer. So this box very much paying homage to how we've seen Covenant and Banished forces fight with some sort of leader, and then lots of Grunts, and then a couple of Jackals thrown in there as well. I'd like to see some more. That was a tease. That was an exciting tease. I'd like to see more pictures of these. I'd like to see the shields up close, to be honest, and have a look at the effect. I was kind of thinking that there'd be a clear plastic shield, but I quite like that you can paint it yourself so that you can actually have maybe bolts and things bouncing off them and that slight dispersion effect that they have. This is another really nice troop box. I guess that's what we're going to call it. Alongside the UNSC Marines, another top community request was to bring Jackals and Grunts to the game. So here they are in a full plastic set. They're joined by an imposing elite enforcer, Sangheli Enforcer, to keep this dangerous pack focused on the objective. Again, I don't know anything. My guess would be this will be some sort of another Banished detachment that lets you play around with Grunts and Jackals and the elite. Maybe you'll be able to switch out elites for different loadouts and things, so you can bring in the mercenaries. Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to tie together. I don't think it will take too much to make it work, in all honesty. But I'm besotted with the Grunts. I've always wanted like a 28mm, 32mm, whatever scale we're on, Halo game. And then obviously part of that is Grunts. I love them. Mantic, you guys are knocking it out the park with every reveal that you do. Just take my money already. I mean, you do anyway, but take my money already. And then we have our special issue. It is a box of 3. Oh. How do I feel about that? First up, stunning. We know that the Mastercraft resin is a beautiful material to have incredible detail with. We've seen it time and time again now with a lot of the Halo characters. These guys look great. I am surprised that Eshram isn't in here, but I guess that just opens up Eshram for down the line. Obviously, we're not rushing this. The releases are coming at a sustainable rate, and the community's loving it. I don't want them to just be rushing characters out and then quality dips, and like that's not what I'm saying. But characters are a big part of the Halo universe. Sadly, a lot of those characters are currently MIA. I've already touched on that. But Eshram being sort of not necessarily one of the Spartan killers, but being the head of Atriox is second, and we have Atriox. It would have been nice to have him, as Eshram is the big banished warlord on Zeta Halo currently. And certainly what looks like the time that all of these bosses would be fighting, he is the big bad. Would have been nice to have him. But let's look at what we've got, because they are pretty stunning miniatures. So the Spartan killers on the hunt. Amongst the most feared warriors of the Banished are those handpicked for their brutal efficiency in dispatching humanity's finest. And yes, they do kill Spartans. They are very good at killing Spartans. These are characters that hopefully you will recognise from Halo Infinite. Chief has a face-off with every single one of these during that game and that campaign. From the deadly Blade Master, Jaeger Radamny, who looks amazing. The pose is... Oh, are they on... They are on... Sorry, it just popped into my head. Are they on pre-molded detailed bases? Yes, they are. Everything is on fixed bases, which is cool. Love it. Love the pose. Leaping forward, ready to strike. You can just imagine, and I'm sure there'll be a way of better painters than I, painting him phasing out of his cloak into, you know, the active camouflage to strike. Such a cool model. And then we have Hyperius and Tovarus as well. They're brothers. They are really the only banished that are, the only brutes that are in the Spartan Killers at this point. So we have Radamny towering and the towering Jiralhane Pack brothers, Hyperius and Tovarus. These warriors embody the banished ideal of strength above all else. Each of their number has earned their reputation with countless battles, hunting down Spartans as priority targets. Is that some sort of objective mission thing? During the Battle of Zeta Halo. Which is true. I mean, Spartan 4s, they're not unkillable. No Spartan is. But Spartan 4s have fallen to these guys. They look great. They've got the weapons pretty accurate. It looks like we've got some sort of energy gravity hammer or something, maybe. But then where would the handle be? He does have a jump pack, so it's probably that, actually. We don't have any melee weapons. Interesting. But as a unit, and you will probably use these individually, but as a unit, you've got the melee threat and then pretty threatening range, to be honest. And as you can see on, I believe that, in fact, let's double check. Give me 1 second, because my Halo Infinite lore is shoddy at best. I've played the game once, but Tovarus, I believe, is the one on the right. And no, he's the one on the left. Okay, so of course I got that wrong. So Hyperius on the right there, if you look at his armor, it is supplemented by parts of Spartan armor. Familiar Spartan armor, you may say. Very cool. I mean, Tovarus is the least interesting one, I think. But they've knocked out the park with these sculpts. Beautiful sculpts. I don't really know why that's a surprise, in all honesty. So, towering over a Marine or even a Spartan, these are the largest Mastercraft characters ever made for Halo Flashpoint. As a special issue box of high-end miniatures, they're only going to be making a fixed number of sets a year, interesting. So make sure to secure a copy while they're new and available. Obviously, with all of these boxes, the cards are going to be included, and any tokens and things that you need for them, I'd guess, as well. Not that I think you'll need tokens. We have a Zeta Halo game mat coming. Take your games to Zeta Halo. Are we getting Forerunner stuff? It's got Forerunner stylings on it. Are we going to get Forerunner terrain? Part of the awe-inspiring Halo array, Installation 07 bears a history defined by conflict and a fractured legacy that stretches toward an uncertain future. Zeta Halo is a fresh location just waiting for your fire teams to engage in fast-paced, high-energy combat. This full-colour, non-slip gaming mat is a limited-run item. I'm going to have to pre-order it now then, aren't I? And the perfect companion for all the new Zeta Halo-themed sets. Check below to get ready for battle across the green flora and gleaming Forerunner architecture of Installation 07. The 1.5 updates, all in the bundle. We have talked about that. So that is the bundle. If you pre-order this one, we've touched on that, so I am going to skip that. But that's a little bit of everything. Included is the new updated rules book and the cards. It says it's a free game update pack. So if you did want to go big and order everything all at once, this is the set for you. New ways to get started with a 1.5 rule set on the way. The Spartan edition is getting some quality of life updates. If you're brand new, this flagship starter set, so they're going with a Spartan edition. That was the big selling one. But the Spartan edition set pits UNSC Spartans against each other or banished elites in a fully 3D combat arena. And it does include the 1.5 rulebook and cards for the miniatures in the set. This is a really good starter set. Spartan edition was always the one that I would tell people to go for if they could afford it. And I guess that has shown because it's such a great deal. So many cool extras in here. Really nice box. It's good to see this one being updated, and this is going to be the default starter set moving forward. And this is the rulebook with a little bit of terrain and all the tokens that you need. We've already touched on that. Returning to the front, very cool. By popular demand, the Master Chief paint set is back. This is awesome. This is a great paint set. 1 second. Containing some fantastic custom paints from the Army Painter plus brush and the Master Chief himself. It's perfect for painting up your first Halo Flashpoint miniatures. I really like these paints. It's nice to see this back. I don't know if these are available individually, but I can see myself potentially picking up another one of these paint sets. I did a review of it when we first started talking about Halo Flashpoint. So there is a review on the channel in the Halo Flashpoint playlist if you want to see the contents of this. It's been out of stock for a long time, but it is really nice to have it back. We also have Fireteam Grizzly. We've touched on this. This is just the War Games pack being redone without all the War Gamesy stuff, and it's just the miniatures. And I would guess the cards as well. Yeah, because War Games, points, all of that good stuff is going to be included in the new rulebook, which we've already touched on. So these miniatures are just getting reboxed so that you can still buy the miniatures, which is great. Always good to hear. That elite looks pretty cool. Wrapping up. Once again, even more of the Halo universe is coming to life, and we cannot wait to welcome even more of you to come and discover the slick tactical gameplay of Halo Flashpoint. Bring yourselves, bring your friends, in fact, just bring everyone, because it's going to be awesome. I believe it is. And right now, arm yourself and gear up, because we're all inbound for the surface of Zeta Halo, and the battle is just beginning. I do like an article from Dan. I like, release-wise, I like everything that we're getting. This is, the more I think about it, I think the rulebook is a great change. 18 months into this product, Mantic have more of an idea of what's actually happening, what the community want, updates and things, and they sort of, I think that they're pretty good at forecasting where it's going rules-wise and things. Making something as future-proof as you possibly can while being a paper product, I think is a good move. Certainly at this point, as the game is still growing, it's going to be coming out soon to get new players in, but it is optional, and everything is going to be available for free online. Online rules is something that I bang on about quite a lot. It's something that I would love to see, and most companies do, in all honesty, but it's something that I'd love to see more companies, or all companies, do. But this is good. I think that this is a positive change. I think that that's a real positive change for a starter set. Throw everything that you're going to need in there with some cool miniatures and all the cards. Yeah, great move. And it also, it thins the, or slims the product line down by one other box, by the sounds of it. So, man, those Spartan killers look great. So do the Marines. So do the Grunts, the Jackals, the Elite. Oh, September's going to be expensive. But hey, like I say, it's my birthday month, so it's all going to be fine. I really like this mat as well. One thing I'll point out, it isn't the double-sided or the extra big reach mat. It is just the usual 2x2. Which is just an interesting observation. But finally, a mat with Forerunner stuff on. I'm still waiting on that Forerunner scenery set. Mantic, I doubt that you'll see this, but I think you've knocked it out of the park with yet another set of Halo Flashpoint releases. I love what you guys are doing. We still need things. We still need hunters. I don't know how you would... Well, could you do hunters easily? They'd be tough, but they'd be, well, only 2 of them, because they come in pairs, but you'd only have 2 of them, right? Yeah, we need hunters. But outside of that, I think we pretty much have everything that we would need for a bigger scale wargame. And there's other alien factions, there's other units, there's certainly a lot more heroes that I would love to see in Mastercraft Resin. That is all probably a video down the line. Let's just digest this stuff first. But Marines are looking great. An interesting inclusion with Horvath. Not a Spartan that a lot of people will know. He is in Halo Infinite and 2 books that I'm now going to have to read. I was going to read them anyway, but still. I'll have to read them quick. He's... Yeah, interesting. I'm going to have to replay Halo Infinite. That's the one negative. I'm going to have to replay Halo Infinite. The gameplay was great. I did enjoy the gameplay. This is really cool. This is fantastic. Chat, what do you think? I think that they've knocked it out the park. I'm excited to see these. I think the poses are great. I don't like to Gravity Hammer in there, but they've knocked out Jaeger. Such a stunning pose. I want more pictures of this guy, and I want to see what the painters of the community can do with this set. Just amazing. Not that these look bad, these look incredible. I certainly wouldn't be painting them to this standard, but yeah. I'm trying to keep it balanced, but I can't because I'm so excited. It would have been nice to have Eshram. I have a feeling that he'll come down the line. He's a big enough character to warrant a model release on his own, and you could release Eshram on his own. He is Atriox level. He's not quite as powerful as Atriox, but I think that will come. This is solid. How about we take a look at the prices? So everything is coming, they say, early September. Loads of bundles and things. Oh, one thing I will point out, on the shop we have a getting started and then a latest releases and then the factions. Is there anything hidden in here? No. Okay, that's fine. All right, so what have we got? I don't know what's in my basket. I don't even know if I'm logged in. Latest releases. So each of these new plastic boxes, so the Banished and the UNSC Marines, is 50 quid. UK prices, check Mantic store for your prices for your country. I think that's fair. I think you get a decent amount of models in there. Bearing in mind this is probably going to be a detachment or a detachment style. You can pick this up, they'll have the rules in, and you can just run them as a... I mean, maybe there's too many miniatures there. Certainly for the Marines, but I think that Grunts, Jackals, and then an Elite, I think that that is quite a good sweet spot for a weaker unit version of a skirmish fire team. So they're 50 quid each. The Spartan Killers, 59. They're looking so good. Again, the Zeta Halo gaming mat is limited availability, just like the Spartan Killers. That's 30 quid, so that's the same as all the other ones. Bundles. The all-in new release bundle, which is everything here, 177.40. We have the reinforcements bundle, which is the mat with the new rulebook and stuff. And then the two reinforcements, 134.08. UNSC faction pack, which isn't really for new for existing players, is more for new players, I would guess, looking at it. But you get the UNSC Marines, you get Feet First into Hell with all of the beautiful terrain there and the beautiful miniatures. Also includes Buck and Dare. You get Master Chief, you get Fireteam Grizzly, and then the updated rules and things. 182.63, and then the Banished pack, which is the same but with the Banished box with Atriox in there as well. 149.52 on them. Rulebook, 20 quid. I think that's reasonable for a future-proof rulebook. The cards, if you just want to pick up the cards and want to replace your existing, £10, but it's a web store exclusive. The updated Spartan edition with the new rules, which will be shipping from September. I wonder if that means the Spartan set has just disappeared now. We can maybe double check that. That is 100 quid. I think that's what it's been priced at for a while since release. That's very competitive pricing. And then Fighting Grizzly, 25. That's sort of what we've been seeing, these 4-man boxes, 4 Spartan boxes. Paint set, 37.50. It does include Master Chief, who is available separately, but you also get the Army Painter War Paint Fanatic paints. Beautiful colours. Not that I'm shilling or anything. These were the first Army Painter paints I got, and I'm a convert. I love Army Painter stuff. And you get a brush in there as well, which is pretty cool. That one, buy that if you want the paints, because they are some, not all of them, but some exclusive paints in there. You probably already have Chief, but you can never have too many Chief to convert and give him other weapons and things, right? I have a cool conversion idea for Chief, I just don't know how to go about it. That's just given me a reason to buy this box again, hasn't it? But this is all coming September, so some point in September, hopefully it will be landing with you if you pre-order it. I guess I need to think about what I'm going to pick up. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to go big. But you know we will be covering all of this on the channel. I am a massive Flashpoint fan. I think Mantic are doing genuinely great things with this game, with this license. And all of this new stuff is looking great. How about we finish off for the last time with the trailer for the Battle of Zeta Halo. But let's skip all of that promo-y stuff, shall we? Right, let's go from here. One last time. The music as well, the music is solid. Halo just makes me happy. All right. I'll tell you what, let's go back to Big Me just to finish up. So that pretty much what I was expecting. I would have liked some rules, but that will be for preview articles and things that we'll cover down the line. Flashpoint feels like it's going from strength to strength. Mantic keep telling everyone in their articles that it's going from strength to strength, and I believe them. I love this game. I love these characters. I love these miniatures. I love Mantic for creating this and bringing my dream Halo tabletop game to life. Obviously, they have plans for the future. They've hinted at that in Ronnie's article. There's many places that I would like to see this game go. But I think focusing on the present time for Halo, Halo Infinite, okay, Campaign Evolved is coming out as a celebration for 25 years of Halo. But I think focusing in on whatever Halo Studios, and Halo Studios will know what Halo 7 is going to be. So they're probably making decisions with an eye on that as well. We're not done on Zeta Halo. I think that's pretty clear. And giving us an ability to bring Marines in with Horvath ties us to Zeta Halo in that time period. But bringing in Marines with ODSTs and Spartan 4s, and then giving us Grunts, Jackals. And a new elite is nice, but it's just to mirror Spartan Horvath in there. But a box of Grunts and Jackals is really cool for expanding the armies and building bigger armies and more points and basically putting as much on the table as you want. This is allowing me, from a selfish point of view, to be able to start to build into that Flashpoint, not Flashpoint, firefight style game mode that I want to create and play. And do on the channel, obviously. This is a dream come true for me, and every reveal that I see it warms my heart. So Mantic, thank you for what you're doing. The community, thank you for watch my videos or not. It doesn't really matter. The fact that the community has grabbed Flashpoint and is running with it, and it is so popular, is a testament to how strong the Halo license and franchise is, how much love there is for Halo out there that isn't being serviced in any other way, in my opinion. But also, it's you guys, it's the community that's buying these products, that's giving the feedback back to Mantic, who is able to then make more cool products. It's you guys that are keeping this game alive. It was made for the Halo community, and obviously bringing in new players is a big part of that, and the expansion and all the cool things that may happen in the future is going to revolve around those numbers still going up. No reason why it won't. But you guys are keeping this alive. You guys are, I say you guys, I'm included in this. I'm part of this community. But it's so nice to have such a community-driven thing. And anybody that watches my videos, if you're interested in, obviously you're interested in Flashpoint, but Halo fans, whatever, if you haven't played Flashpoint, do try it, because the game system is so good. It's so fun. It's so tight. And it's only just going to get better as things progress and things move along. I'm going to go before I lose my voice. Well, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. And we'll forget about the mishap with the first trailer reveal, shall we? You'll let me off for that one, right? Guys, it's been great. I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. This live stream will figure itself out and be uploaded properly to watch later. I will probably make a couple of videos over the weekend with looking more closely at things. But we are going to be getting preview articles. We are going to be talking about this stuff. We're going to be talking about rules. We're going to be doing unboxings and things when we finally get them in our hands in September. This is a game that I created this channel to cover. The big reason that I started doing Wargaming YouTube was to talk about Halo Flashpoint. And it is such a staple and such a pillar of this channel. I haven't done a huge amount with it in the last 6 months, but more is going to be coming. Much, I mean, as long as Mantic keep making cool stuff, but even beyond that point, I want to showcase this game and I want to do fun things with this game. I want to bring narrative campaigns. I want to do firefight modes we're now getting the tools to be able to do all this. And I'm so excited to share whatever is in the future of this channel with you guys. So if you've enjoyed this, if you enjoyed my take, me talking about Flashpoint, stick around, like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things. As always, thank you very much for watching. Genuinely, it means a huge amount for you guys, to anyone to watch my videos, but support is just amazing. So thank you all for being here. And fingers crossed, I will see you all in the next one.